Not a lot to say. I mean, I could talk all night. Just a thrilling game. We know we got off to a good start and then went into a funk, and we had to bring the guys to the sideline, make some substitutions, get after some guys. And then what a response that run we made in the first half. I don't know what the numbers are, but it was a hell of a run. And then we challenged some of the guys in the locker room at halftime that didn't have their best performance in the first half to come out in the second half and step it up, and they did. But big part of our first half run, these two guys with their focus, both defensively and offensively. And then, what do you say about Stevie? Just stepping up as a senior, willing our team to victory. Everybody else fed off of him, and they all took turns making plays. So huge win for us, huge win for the program.
Questions? And Wayne, talking about Warren, you had him in a pretty important defensive role there late in that game.
Yeah, I mean, he probably will cuss at himself for giving up a couple jumpers, but he didn't score on him much, not like he was on some of the other guys. And, we talked in that last time out as a staff, do we switch and put the shot blocker Kyler on him? And we're like, you know what? He's been playing his ass off. Let's roll with it. And, one more time we got a big stop there and then made free throws to ice it. So super proud of the whole group, but these guys too especially.
And Warren, on Saturday it was Antoine at the line hitting some big free throws as a freshman. You got your chance. What was that like to be in there in an important stretch?
I was just coach said to be ready because we had some wounded Warriors, so I made sure I was ready mentally and physically, and I'm glad we got the job done. I had no doubt Antoine was going to miss those free throws at all because he makes everything. Make my fault. In fact, I knew Antoine was going to make those free throws. So.
And Wayne, Kyler obviously had some pretty big plays for you guys, especially in the second half.
Yeah, we give him a lot of praise when he does well, and his presence at the defensive end at the rim was big, and we were getting after him because of his lack of focus on the offensive end and some of the plays he made. But the one thing I'm telling you, I've been saying it from day one, you can get in that guy's hind parts and he's not going to go south on you. He's going to stay locked in, he's going to challenge himself, and he's going to respond. And, it took him 2 or 3 times of subbing out, and we told him, I think maybe the last time he came out, listen, we're going to have to go back to you. We're going to win this on the defensive end, so get your chin off your chest and be ready to go. And he was a huge presence there down the stretch, and then on the glass, getting those big rebounds. And nobody's more mad at himself than him for not knocking those free throws down, but huge rebounds and a great presence at the rim. I mean, he's guarding the guy that's the reigning player of the week, in Pac-12, and I just saw the look in some of their eyes trying to go to the rim on Big Kyler. It was they didn't know if they lost a horse or found a rope at times, and it was due to his presence there.
Wayne, you used that huge lineup at times with multiple bigs in at the same time. Were you happy with the way that affected the game on both ends?
No, for sure, and we stuck with it. We stuck with it. The guys were playing so hard, it's hard to make a late substitution. This guy had cramps. That's why he didn't play more, and we got to communicate a little bit better because I didn't get the word that he was okay, and I asked him in one of the timeouts, and he's like, I'm good to go. And what he gave us was, you saw Stephen Ethan played so many minutes that we had a couple turnovers there late. We needed another ball handler, and then a guy that, nobody can get by him defensively. They might try to shoot over him, but he did a great job last week, and so for him to come back after he was cramping up a little bit and make the plays was huge. But we thought that we could try this big lineup at some point, and Warren will tell you he hadn't been ready until the second half. And when he came back from Christmas break, he had a fresh mind, fresh outlook, and he's been busting his tail. And we said in the locker room tonight, he didn't step up tonight. He stepped up when he came back after break and earned it every day in practice. And we've been telling people it's just a matter of time before he gets called upon, and boy did he respond. So super proud of the big fella.
Antoine, this is back-to-back big games for you and the bench as well. What does that do for your confidence and for the entire team when so many different players are stepping up?
It just shows that we have depth on our team, and that when one guy goes down, that we can make it up in different ways. For me, And for the rest of the bench guys showing what we have, it just gives us more self-confidence, because maybe throughout earlier in the year we maybe didn't know if we belonged or not, but for these last 2 games I feel like I belong.
And Wayne, could you speak to that too a little bit with the depth? And of course Trey's not playing tonight, and any update on whether
Yeah, I mean, we thought depth would be a strength, but it doesn't just happen overnight. You've got to develop it. I mentioned in the locker room, this guy's look after the St. Louis loss, he didn't play. You know, we're wondering, you know, where he was at, and we had a couple heart-to-hearts, and he came back and went to work. I mean, he's in the gym early. He was in the gym, I think, first thing Sunday morning when we got back to Corvallis, and he's earned the position he's in right now. And some guys don't understand that. They don't get it. They want it now. And if they don't get it now, then they find something else. And nothing against that. And what we talked about is tightening up our foxhole, and we know who's got each other's backs. And these guys are living proof. If you're patient, you stay positive, you stick with it, you will get your turn. And then you'll have success for keeping a positive mind. And our guys tonight, I mean, you know, our leader was out. And Stevie Thompson, I mean, they're running mates. That's Batman and Robin. And he stepped up to have Trace's back, and then it fed to all these other guys, you know. And one of the coaches says it's not about who you don't have, it's who you do have. And this was tough. Not only were we missing Trace, but they got a couple of their studs back tonight. And our guys, we weren't going to bow down. And what a game effort from USC. I mean, they caused our zone fits. Boatwright, unbelievable game. But our guys took all that on the chin, and we were standing at the end. They showed a lot of guts, a lot of grit, just like we did last weekend.
Wayne, I'll just throw this one out there. Given the states tonight, no trays, was this as big a win as you've had here?
I don't know that I can say that. You know, this isn't the win to get us to the postseason or anything, but it's pretty big. It's pretty big, and it's pretty special. I mean, we've had to deal with a lot, man, the last few years. We've had to deal with a lot. I won't go into details and all that. You guys know it. It's all. But for us to come out and then come out on top says a lot about the state of where things are at, I think. And the support that we got, the student section, unbelievable. I heard it was the biggest student section in 3 years. First game back. I mean, late game we don't have our Portland fan base. Just it was an incredible atmosphere in there, and our guys stood up, appreciated that, and I think that's why you saw them put it all on the line.
You ran out, you kind of walked over to the students.
I said, welcome back. Welcome back, Beaver Dam. They made a difference. It's great to have that crowd, and hopefully it just continues to build from here.
And then Trace, as far as Sunday, is that still up at the end?
You know, I won't get into everything. I mean, the chances of him playing tonight, he probably would have been 70% at best, but it would have meant he was 60% on Sunday. So we just agreed to keep him out, challenge some guys to step up, and then he's got 3 more days to get treatment before UCLA. So we can't make a decision for sure, but I'm banking on him playing until I hear something else. But we'll see.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Go Beavs.
Go Beavs.